You thought I was gone, huh? Well, I got one more for you for the road. You know, it's ironic. The other day, my son, he happened to be 8 years old. He came up to me and he asked, he said, "Daddy, what's a snitcher?" I said, "Son, a snitcher is a person who gives up information about another person or persons to get out of trouble." And guess what this little motherfucker said? He said, "Daddy, can you use it in a sentence?" And I said, "I tell you what, son, I got one even better for you. I'll tell you a story." Now, I'm great at getting story mode, so check it out, y'all. It's called The Fly, The Bee, and The Rat. Once upon a time in the hood, there was the fly, the bee, and the rat, from a hood that was well known in the DC area. Yet they was internationally known everywhere, from All-Star Weekend to Cancun, Mexico. And then the fly, he was the shit. He stayed dressed in the fly shit, from throwback jerseys to Sean John velour sweatsuits. And he pushed the V14 big body photo beans, all from hustling crack. He kept the good shit. He was a drug dealer. Now the bee, he was a dapper don who wore $1,000 suits, drove a Cadillac, always stayed strapped, stayed buzzed, and kept a stable full of honeys. He was a pimp. Now the rat wasn't tripping off that fashion and material shit. He was all about stacking his cheese. And he drove a Hummer truck, riding hood to hood, winning crap games. And he loved eating in expensive restaurants with the hottest bitches. Then they was balling out of control until one day a drought came and hard times hit the city. The fly started slipping. He got on that shit real hard. The bee, he lost all his honey, had a weed habit, and he started tricking a lot. And the rat had a gambling habit. His luck changed for the worse. He was losing all his cheese, and then he was eating anything he can get out the trash cans. Until one day the fly bumped into the bee and the rat. And he said, "I know where we can get some shit from, so we can get back on our feet." So they cased out the fly's old Connect stash house that was known to have plenty of drugs and guns, cause now the drought was over and shit was popping again. But at the same time, the feds was watching. Just as the fly, the bee, and the rat made their move and was coming out the stash house, the Narcotics Task Force jumped out with Glocks and machine guns drawn and slammed the fly, the bee, and the rat on the ground. And the DEA agent walked up and said, "Mr. Fly, the word is out. You've been getting into a lot of shit lately." And then he said, "Mr. B, the buzz on the street is that you're the man in this land of milk and honey. And Mr. Rat, we've been looking for you. You're the man with all the cheese." Just as the other feds began searching them in the stash house, they found pounds of crack and plenty of guns. The fly yelled out, "That ain't our shit." The feds, knowing it wasn't, said, Yeah, we heard that shit before. I tell you what, I can turn this into a fucking parking ticket. If you, Mr. Fly, tell us all the shit we want to know, we'll put you in the witness protection program and give you all the shit you ever needed. Mr. B, you help us with this sting operation, and we'll keep you buzzed from time to time, and every now and again, we'll let you dip in a little bit of honey, if you know what I mean. And Mr. Rat, testify. I'm not talking trash, I'm talking cheese. All you ever wanted, and you got my word. We got a deal, fellas." They all cooperated. They testified and sent a drug organization to prison with life without parole. Then they're in the witness protection program in a remote area, living it up under a new identity. But as time went on, the fly, he died. He was getting old, and he was full of shit. The bee, he died too. He stayed buzzed and got hold of some bad honey, and he lost his sting. Now the rat, he never died, because he's roaming around in the hood telling on one of you motherfuckers as long as it's cheap. Zip code. Catch 22 production.